He will be the tip of the spear as they make their way in. Good paranoia's caught Kichao, and he's close, but not able to claim the kill before Camo's got two. Bodies on the floor, and Team Liquid winning all the fights as they flood back in. The leader left alone against so many, and it's already halved. The round is gone.
Yeah, a wonderful flood back in from Team Liquid. Again, you mentioned it. Camo's performance, that individual brilliance, but in this case, being that tip of the spear, who isn't?
But that's the thing for Fireflux. It is a star-studded roster, but those stars extinguished very early on.
And in fact, he's given Camo and all, but maybe not in the way you'd expect. Anything more, and maybe we'd start to worry a little bit. And hey, nice work from Reezy. It's Kicks with a 4K. It's Liquid with their second round. Taking their time, an aggressive position already from Camo. Now, bear in mind, they have rifles across the board. This is a good bonus round, and Camo's position, he's not quite quick enough. That deep control was all they really had towards the C side of the map, but Fireflux don't know that.
It was a recon mission, but now they have a battle on their hands. Kicks, not known about, slips into the backside. Trex making steps, they're not ready. And Kicks pounces for one. Trex holds the line alongside him. Tucked in, trying to buy some time. Trying to draw their eye as the plan comes in, but Purpo was not sold on that fake. The ruse won't fly, and 3-0 for Liquid. And you think that the surprise, it's gotta put Liquid on the back foot. Anything but they've looked comfortable.
Okay.
This time, Deading finds one. No need to get back out of there.
Yeah, an aggressive position once again. Kichao up close. He was spotted in the last, and they already know that he's here. Looking to try and wrap back in. Camo's won that fight again. Ult online, but he's already too far through, and in fact, they don't need it anymore. This is so clean from Liquid on these retakes. Sure, it was some weaker weapons, but again, they lose the first player. This time, they lose one more. But other than that, Fireflux are barely even doing damage.
There.
Hunter's Fury, it's already, it's going to force out that angle.
Oh, no.
Gives an easy kill to Camo. That's the smoke's gone. He may just look for the wallbang, lots of counter utility, and now especially with Camo going, his weapons seem to be about to dissipate, but it doesn't matter. Nats has caught Kichao again, trying to get aggressive. Well, that wall is going to be cleared. A problem already brewing. Deading's done well, but they don't know they're being locked in. In fact, the defenders are almost just playing with that time. They're giving extra space, looking to get rid of Hezekiah, which they do. And while Batu fighting back strong, he realizes it clicks in his brain, but that doesn't mean anything. And while Liquid, I'm still waiting for them to be surprised. Well, they've got experience in droves. And while it is showing, Trex definitely one of them. He's been to internationals with multiple different rosters. And well, for Batu, it's a consolation frag.
0-6 stand Fireflux, and it's aggression out the gates from Team Liquid. Running it down, and a mistake perhaps, as they're punished. Not every step of the way, but in the majority. And the A site stands with only one defender.
Oh, that one defender's been good, but there's Kichao. I think it might be two in just a moment's time. That tour de force waiting for him, and the pause. Maybe just to settle the nerves, Fireflux on the board. Come on, Nats. He is very much alone here. But it is Nats, and well, a rat in the corner, always difficult to clear. No access to sight is in the name, and I think they've accepted that. They've gone, you know what?
On the flank, and Fireflux have no idea. They think maybe they've left the C side on their right, but... And these Fireflux players, they find themselves surrounded. The paranoia's perfect. It's caught them both. And it's the end of the round unless Batu can find all five. That's 3 under his belt. Insurmountable odds in the end.
Currently only has a classic, which, did Batu just forget to buy?
I think so. Hunter's Fury hasn't hit Purpo too much, so he's able to stick around and take another. Well, there's a gun for Batu. Silver linings, but the ground is lined with red as Purpo claims head after head. Hezekiah puts him down, leaves Batu in a more doable spot, but he's so desperately low, and the flank will close it. That's unfortunate, the trap, but Kichao won't be caught. He won't be taken down by it. The spam's not landing until he steps into Nat's domain, into the smoke, where this man was waiting, but now, with patience, faded. And Reezy's taken 2. Fireflux are back in the game, but it's still a 2v2, and that shock dart has done so much damage. These knives are gonna cut right through them. 9-1. Hezecoil trying to find a gap, and he has taken down Nats. He's created a big blind spot for this defensive side. Purpo has to be worried about his back in carriage, but he takes a risk, and that risk pays off. Catching Batunax from an angle that he shouldn't have been able to hold, and to run it back right up close. Camo's gonna round that corner before the gun goes away, but he fades first. A 3 versus 3 where time is being bought in the flank. Fireflux are well aware of this. Has to be their second round.
They've been flanked so many times though. They go and fight aggressively, and blink and you miss it! This is a Liquid frag movie that never seems to end. That was way too easy. Operator holding on to mid. Sure, they have to leave. Nats and the flash out. Deadink is dead before he can even react. Luckily though, Kix has gone on the other side. The Trex is also here. They should have a decent idea. The drone's already gone through, holding the angle, but this time they win both fights. Rotation already there from Purpo though, and he'll at least reduce the deficit to 1.
Oh, it's a nasty shot. It tanks the stun. No one can dash right out. Nets has gone in. Hell, everything they've tried so far has worked, barring one round. I guess he felt the flow, but that has carried him away. Fireflux with 2 rounds at the halftime, but...
And Nats is looking very comfortable, but so is the entirety of his squad. This needs to be a good defensive start, and that's not a bad one. Solid reveal, but while speak of the man, the myth, and while he's stepping up once more, Batu re-entering the site.
They're missing the boat just about. Trex deposited behind. He's got a good angle, and it's not expected. A freebie claimed.
Do they go back?
Chaos in the Fireflux comms as they don't know where the hit's coming in. Steps heard now though. Batu straight onto Nats. Great read. And Kix is all alone. He's got no help as they flood in. They played this perfectly on the defense. And they're the only man left from long or short, and they're putting the pieces together. And 1v1, a single chance for Trex, and he connects it. But he has no notion of this final player until now. 10 seconds, and he can get a safe plant on the back site, but instead he uses it as a ruse. Batu caught. The final hour, but they can always add extra time.
Hello.
And here we go. 2 kills with pistols. They need something to rally their banner. And Reezy may just be that man. 2 with the bandit. And Kachao with 2 as well. It's 11-3. Fireflux bounced back early. Or winning the round themselves. For Liquid, that could always be the goal, inspired by what Fireflux just did. I have to hope that's not the case. It proves not to be a knife battle.
Well, immediate usage of one of those ults, but as they walk in, they're met with Kachao, even after the start of the round. Yeah, we'll talk about that in 6 rounds.
Exactly. But the reality for now is we need Fireflux to know that they could have won. Kix is going to use that to get close, and he'll land himself one, but Reezy. And a good win with this one, an investment from Liquid that they stand tall against. And maybe test out some unexplored territory. It looks like we're going to have at least a feeler placed towards this B site, while Nats is still drawing a lot of attention over here. The fact that he even trades evenly is ridiculous.
It looks like they were going to get a post plant, but Hezecoil has decided it's my time to farm some eco frags. I think they might get stolen away from him though. In fact, he'll only end up with a 1. And we worked on this, we tried to fix this, and Purpo has just been clotheslined. A super aggro fight.
I don't think they have the read on the attack just yet as to how much they're facing into. They won't even care if they knew the paranoia good, but Batu fires through it, covering fire that's covered them in bullets. The attack side run. They flee this site.
Hunter's Fury.
Towards B. He's a thorn in their side as they're looking intently at the C site. Batu's closing the distance. Nats will strike, but the spike still needs to be planted. It has to be stuck. Trex will be drawn into a fight. And it's down to the wire. But Team Liquid lose out on time.
Turkish brothers, we're going to do one better. Yeah, you did it from 9-3. We'll do it at 10-2. And then we'll look to meet you. But Nats has other ideas.
And an Odin runs you down, sprays you into the dirt. This has got to be a tough pill to swallow for Team Liquid, but...
Blocking sight.
Right now, they're looking at redemption in this map alone, and while for Dead Ink, maybe that one kill, that 8 HP singular kill is all he needed. He didn't TP very far, but he has got away.
Has he? He's stuck in that corner, or maybe not.
One enemy remaining.
He lured them in. And they found themselves around on the back of it. Dead Ink.
An angle held, nice shot at least on one, but then he swings in. Reezy, a man of many moments. One of them bringing them here in the first place. He ain't going nowhere. He made it to Barcelona, and then already...
Fire Flux.
Oh, it's direct this time.
They barely played that first half, but they're not letting Liquid play the second. Nats tries his same old tricks in Garage, and he'll get away with it. One pick. Hold on. Nats is undetected. He's found a gap. They were searching for him, and still he surprises. Dead Ink finally deals with that man, but it might be enough done for Team Liquid to claim a round. Dead Ink with his op. An ace needed, and I don't think he should even be trying this. Purpo, well, he's definitely not being hit many shots, but he's given too many opportunities. 12 to 10, one round for Liquid to forget this second half ever happened. Starts again with Batu, fish in a barrel. Low HP on Purpo, who's not getting out. The Hunter's Fury spent to try to trade back, and it almost gets him. Yeah, there could be no more repeaks. Waiting for the push now as Liquid show their hand towards the C site.
They run into their leader. Their leader makes the call. But well, the timing a little bit scary. The jump down is being watched. Nats knows, but almost feels at this point he maybe wants to get rid of that operator. Space about to be taken through the Molotov. Kachao goes a little bit early, and it looks like at the final hurdle things might be falling apart. Liquid had to find something, find some resilience, and while Hezekiah looks for a little bit more, this crossfire should be unstoppable, and in this case it will be. Liquid, after a little bit of turmoil and a few trips along the way, will claim map number 1 and head into their map with an advantage.
Well, the surprise didn't set Liquid on the back foot all too much. We talk about them with tape. Today we talk about him with Trex. What a performance delivered by this man. There were some missing pieces for Liquid. Camo and Purpo, players we've talked about a lot when it comes to Haven. Well, the star of the show for Fireflux last time they played this map, but this time his appearance is cut short. A trap sprung.
Two players that you really want to be running into. Nats already from above, almost baiting and baiting perfectly. In fact, Nats ends up with more in the end. It's looking like right back to their defensive side, and right back to winning ways. It is completely clean from Team Liquid in the pistol and in zone flawless to start.
I guess he wasn't happy with how the pistol played out.
This one he got 0 kills, but...
It's not about winning though, it's about the strategy being correct. He can make the wrong move and it can work out. Doesn't mean you should make that move again.
They've lost their big gun, or at least one of them.
It's on the floor.
Be a little bit careful. Well, Kachao
One enemy remaining.
Currently has it in hand. At least trying to group up, and in the end it will be Purpo to close out the round. And Marshall lost.
A slow start here could be a death sentence for Fireflux, but it's not just for him. As I said, Hezekiah for me has been the standout.
It's just him in the corner again. It's going to be cleared, but not quite well enough. The Boombots helped out Dead Ink at least, but he now needs to pull off a 1 versus 3. And while Trex is dancing with death, and he is winning 3-0.
Danger for Fireflux if they fall flat, and already they've lost 1.
That's a lot of damage, and then stuck in the mud. It's easy for Nats. Well, now they'll walk into the hands of Trex, who's just waiting on that corner. Paranoia worked well, but Purpo still hasn't been cleared, and he's never going to be. He takes damage at the beginning of the round. It's another in-zone flawless for Liquid.
With the momentum, but it seems to be Liquid's momentum that they're playing against. The spam good.
I was about to say, there we go.
Purpo down, Kachao on the board, and a showstopper sent in and almost claiming Nats, but he walks right back into the chaos, right back into the corner, and Camo's traded back ×2. Fireflux are being interrupted early. That momentum not going anywhere as Camo claims another. Down to Hezekiah with a triple. He will pull it back.
But again, is that the start of something? Maybe it is. That's a good one from Kachao.
This is Fireflux's chance to disintegrate that early lead.
Oh, that's not going to help.
Spike
Nat's
planted.
gone. Showstopper is available, but I'm not sure if it's going to be committed anymore. Low on credits. I think the only real decision left for Liquid.
What?
It's going to make you hesitate. Like, you go, okay, can we now win this? Can we now turn this round? But
Good work by Kicks on the way out, but it is Fireflux with a second. Those weapons needing to be saved. Trex taking a risk that almost paid off. The op will be carried forward, though. Batu defends it.
I think that might be just a little bit early. We'll see if the Showstopper, no, he gets nothing. Kachao picks him out of the air. It becomes tougher and tougher. This was the old round. Liquid need to get something from it, and they are. Quickly finding a couple of kills. The operator from an aggressive position now becomes more of a burden than anything, and they are losing players up until Hezuko, but it's being stuck. It's being held all the way along. And that's the problem. The Showstopper meant they kind of had to play broken up. All right, well, Reezy is...
He had a double spray down at Collat. Now he's doing this.
Yeah, he's killing a lot of people he can't see. Now this buy from Fireflux sucks. And that sucks even worse. First you take the duelist off him, then you take his life altogether, Deadink.
Last player standing.
Oh, this is a tragedy. Well, Deadink just wanted the ace. The 1v5. He won't get it. He won't get it either.
You don't always get things you want.
That was a beautiful round, but no time to dwell on the past. It's all about the future, and for
not this
Reezy,
one.
there's no future in this round. He has been taken out by Trex. Liquid with an opening. Can they follow up on it and push Fireflux to the brink? Those credits down low, and the timing terrible for Kachao as Camo looks back to re-clear B, finding a man in the open, and now they're looking at
30
Camo.
seconds left.
Well, Nats takes the freebie. It's all going wrong for
Spike down
Fireflux. A big investment, and there is no upside, no gain, no profit to be found here. The attackers trail. And it's getting worse as the rounds go on. A pinpoint accurate nade. Hezuko with a chance to connect a few headshots. But it's so impressive that he keeps that level alive. Now Kix, who's at a very high level so far, he's had his head split open. He's out of the round, and it's a 4v5 that I feel like Camo wants to peek into. He's crazy!
Spike down.
Delirium from Camo, a 4K! The fourth never should have been! And the cherry on top!
I'm fed up of saying Silver Lions. It was a low buy, but who cares?
I'm the biggest hate. Oh, here we go. It's straight in with the showstopper, Camo!
Spike
Give
down
him a
A.
moment! What have they fed this guy? Where have they found him?
Fireflux players. That's what they've been feeding him the entirety of the game.
It's a bloody feast for Camo, for Team Liquid in general. They're happy to just eat his scraps. 9-2 now. No quarter given, and they better be praying.
They have no fear at this stage. They're not worried about anything. Trex. Oh no, it's Nats in fact running through. The teammate's getting caught. They're trying to hunt him down, and try as they might, this man is immortal. He has ascended to an eternal plane, and while I think someone's about to light them up, Camo already. Another on the body pile. Batu, his clutches have been crazy, but they don't even give him a chance. Yes, you are living in the same story as the last map, because it's another 10-2 half for Liquid.
Fireflux need a pistol. Or a second round, I suppose. They've been good at those. Camo's snuck up close here and will be caught out on that A site. An opening duel for Fireflux that keeps the flame alive.
Nats has found a gap.
That's very worrying.
It's always a problem, but it's whether or not the time actually gives enough for him to strike. And no, he's been caught anyway. Looking like a pistol will at least go their way unless Trex has another. On map number 1, but I think this one is a bridge too far. A pistol at least under the belts of Fireflux, but
This time Team Liquid seemingly putting up a bigger barrier, a blockade. The bases of Fireflux, but in the eco, or the anti-eco, I suppose, from Fireflux's perspective, it is starting off very well. Straight push into the spawn, Deading ready and waiting. Claiming orb after orb, and it won't be a clean round, but how many more bruises can Camo deliver? And it is none. in that smoke already. And he's none the wiser, setting up a paranoia. Nats could walk through here and claim a freebie. This man's read on the game. Near flawless so far, and with Batu falling.
Question is, do they go for this now? Oh, that's
Oh.
nice. That's very nice.
Spike
And it's
down
bought
A.
additional time.
I have the spike.
The remaining Liquid players look to try and fight together, and Kix has done well. Look at that health bar. Purpo is the healthiest. A swing out at the right time could end this round, but they are letting the clock do the work for them. The fight forward, Kix has found another, and now Dedic is all that stands in their way from another clutch scenario, another weaker position, slipping out of their fingers. The operator shot even lands, but it is irrelevant. A perfect hold from Liquid.
And Liquid are playing like it. Nats in Kachao's face. He'll fall eventually.
At least for now, the pressure put onto C would not be the weakness. But that shot from Purpo is nasty. Batu cleared. Deading has his ult, so that's why he was left alone. The other two players need to try and hold the line, and they get a singular kill. They know exactly where he is. To peek up a little bit risky, and in fact, he will clear out Trex. He doesn't want to get picked out of the air. He doesn't want to give Purpo that advantage, waiting to try and clear him. There's a second. If he's going to make the move, it needs to be now, but does he have enough on the clock? I'm not sure there's going to be enough time. He's just going to look to try and hold this all the way through. And I think he's just about got it. Dedic will bring them to life. That never should have happened.
That was gone. Throw their credits to the wind. Save what they can for the next. This should be a lost round. They'll give Fireflux 6. Fight from there.
Spike down B.
Crazy streak.
And Liquid are right at the gates. He looks for the fight though, steps forward into the battle, and there's a rocket at his feet.
It was almost a freebie for Kix. Okay, Kachao. He wanted that fight. Look at the ground that's been taken by this Liquid side.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of angles he could be on. It's quite spammable. Where
Got it
he's at,
half.
but for now already made it to half. A reveal inside and a blind spam from Trex has got one! The hammer out! He looks to put the hammer down, and he may have done it already. The clock to decide it. If Nats is short, he didn't.
Or maybe at least some of them have. Purpo just walks it. He just sends it. He wants to end it here and now, and that Jet taking verticality, but there's a trade back. Reezy has said he's a man of moments.
Deading's got the flank. There's no need for a rotation, for hesitation, and Reezy, the savior of Fireflux, he brought them here, playing
One
against the
enemy
odds,
remaining.
and it looks like holding the line has bought them more time. Trex.
Even trying to bait them on the reload. He has, but now he stopped the reload.
Sleep, my sister.
Was hoping that they'd move the first time. Batu moves a moment later.
His benefit is sitting back, is waiting.
Yeah.
He got shut down, surprised last time. Again, Purpo will challenge him, but only with the pistols. That's already gone. The flanker dealt with, and Ezekiel will not be pressured on the site. He has a back out now, and indeed has back up, with Reezy stepping in to help.
One enemy remaining.
I think this boy wants it.
Yeah, I think Batu might as well. There's a few ults that are getting ever closer. Kachao's also low, but hey, an execution.
A cage won't cover Nats on the cross. Unfortunately, the Prowler has revealed his position, and Deading just went diving into him. The cage gives cover. At the
they're going
exact
back.
right time, it's a freebie on Reezy, the man who saved so many rounds, and now more heroes needed for Fireflux.
They think the site has been disrupted, but Hezekiah's still
One
here.
enemy
Not for long.
remaining.
Batu, though,
Spike
I said
down C.
he was on Pi earlier. 3 kills and 14 deaths, but there's been a comeback. And as they thought the site was clear, Kachao takes his time to strike.
The force of the attackers that's about to come funneling through that choke point. Kachao's only got himself one as the reload comes in, but back up there from Deading. They won't lose a single soul.
We're looking for that fight. Immediately in they go, but it's Reezy once again. Pick one out of the air, Trex to trade, but Reezy, he's finding those moments again. The trade's back, but Batu's still pushing the same position as the previous round, but Kix is fighting. And Reezy's down
Reezy.
low.
seized.
Looking to try and hold the line. Instead, it's on this man again. He won a 1v3. He still thinks it's A. He's still got it wrong. And look at Trex, implanted, waiting. The dagger in the back. Through the heart of Fireflux. This is the end of their story. Team Liquid are on their way to champions and on the road through the lower bracket once more. They make the lower bracket final. They look for that Barcelona trophy. But more importantly of all, they once again make the internationals.